Arbeieen. We were the only car here, and this is where we're going to start our hike to the waterfall. But I'm going to take you down and show you the little swimming pool that you can get to with just a drive and then a 50-foot walk. And it's a beautiful little plunge pool. You can jump off the rocks and hit this. So it is, what does it say? Life buoy. I don't know what that means exactly, but there's a waterfall. It's incredible color. Plenty of places to jump from. You can jump over on that side too. It's plenty deep. And this is where you start the trek to Wadi Arbeieen. This little town up here. There's another canyon up that way we explored before. Not quite as interesting a walk. We battled up that canyon beforehand. That was not the way to go. When you look here, you go that way. That's what we want to do today and get to the secret waterfall. It's about noon. I estimate it'll take us a couple hours, maybe a little less. Play there and then come back. On this particular hike, it is most likely going to be a bunch of scrambling to get up. So already we have a gate, but second gate, we'll stay on the rock and just head up and see what we can find. Our experience so far, we might be able to go down too. That water looks pretty inviting. Our experience so far is gates are more to keep livestock out of areas of agriculture. So we worry less about passing through a gate than we would in some places. Bigger than some of the aqueducts we've been on. It's a rounded top. Makes it harder to stay on. But again, we're gonna have to get down. So maybe we don't want to be up here. Let's see. I've been along this sketchy aqueduct the whole way with a significant drop on one side and some pretty good, oh my God, dude. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, we can go over this part. Trying to get back down to there and head up. Wow.
There's also an easy place to get down right there.
I don't think that was easy, but we could try if you want. Wadi Arbeieen mission today. We are going up this valley until we find a waterfall. We are not, ow, son of a, these things are sharp. Ow, 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 ow. Every bush is sharp. We don't know that we'll be able to get down up here, but water's got to be coming from somewhere, so who knows. This is often the most efficient way to get somewhere, even though you are hiking on a very precipitous edge. Looks like it could work. Yeah, this is interesting. Ooh, trying to get under and under. I don't know, off my head. I got my Path Projects hat on to keep me safe. Maybe I will climb down just a little. Get around this one. Ducts have little openings like this so they can irrigate the crops, date trees and fruit trees and whatnot. It's a very clever system. And water is definitely the bringer of life in this landscape. But you can see they open these up, move the rocks, move the cloth that blocks the way, and then yay, your plants get water. we've discovered a goat pen. I love this tree, which is kind of fallen down, and they just incorporate it into the wall and build around it instead of cutting it, because it's still producing dates. It's very popular on Tinder, tree Tinder.
There goes Carrie Ward, balancing on the aqueduct.
The aqueduct, and noticing that there's another one along there, so maybe we'll take that one back as we go. These acacia trees here are brutal. They catch everything, and they are spiky, which is crazy because the goats and camels eat them. Very entertaining so far. Very fine day for the Wadi Aqueduct Swimming Olympics. We've got one competitor in the pool right now, Doug Silton. He's trying to navigate the corner.
Can you get around?
He's done. It's anatomically shaped. But that's it for today, folks. Back to your regularly scheduled Wadi swimming. On my runs, I love finding me some critters. Here is a lovely little snake. Oh, there he goes. He's heading towards Doug.
Right.
He's heading. The Wadi Olympic races have begun. We definitely have a winner here, folks. Oh, and he is attempting to get out. Oh, yes, he's hiding himself now. Little dam right here, and they have created basically an earthen dam to block up this water, which is probably just above.
Definitely natural rock.
Yeah, right? But it feeds that aqueduct over there, so they need the water to be this high. Try not to step on it, it is fragile. We are in an area where it's more boulders and water. To our surprise, there were a couple people back there that had just come back. Oh, we got to cross here, I think. And then up on the right side. Although you could just jump off and down. Look at that. He's working his way up through the boulders. Clearly sometimes the water is significantly higher. Nice job. We're getting back into the sunshine again once we're through here. The rock, as in many places in Oman, is very smooth and slippery.
Alright, setting up a shot here. Carrie Winston Ward is looking for where could we find a big rock? Another 30 seconds. Okay, so Carrie's got some big ass rocks in his hand. He's gonna let all the air out of his lungs and then put rocks on his body underwater to then escape. Okay, you're pretty good now.
That was not the thing to do.
Oh, more ripples.
You have to take it pretty quick.
Yep, photos me better from here. I got a bunch.
Cool. Still cranking along here. Up in the top I see a little cairn, which means we'll probably pop out and go back down. So I love a hike where you have to go back and forth across fresh, clean water. Tumbling down into the canyon. We're going to be following this along through the water course down there. It's a little scrambly, but not too bad. Such a lovely area. Oh my God, look at this. Where swimming is required, they actually have a cairn in the middle of showing the way, which is great. Doug is leaving his pack up there. Water is refreshing. I don't think we're going to get sun again in this particular part of the canyon, so when we come back, we will be in the water. Nice. Water is coming in the dimpled terrain. It's been very slippery.
Slippery there and there.
Sometimes there's good timing goes on in these videos. That was an example of that. Look at this, making it up and through.
Whoa.
Pretty neat, huh? Little section of terraced balcony-like. And we're heading up that canyon there. Wow, this is a good one. Doug's favorite in Oman so far. Woo! The wedding cake here. Look at this. Little waterfall. Little Wadi fall. Oh my God. I'll be scrambling up that for sure. Going. Thank you, sir. Come on up. Join me in the penthouse. Even more exclusive than the Terraced Club.
With priority pass. Oh shit! Almost lost it.
Doug is rippling up the pool. Look how clean and clear this thing is. He's gliding across in the shadows like a magnificent Oregonian carp. High road. Doug is taking the low road down there next to that beautiful pool, but there's cairns here that I'm following. Doug is doing the swimming again. I don't hear any waterfall up, so it means we still got a ways to go, but we will find it for sure. And we've seen a couple people, but this is definitely off the beaten path. So if you're in Oman, it's a good one if you're comfortable scrambling around areas like this without someone holding your hand. This will be a good one. So Doug has opted for the less efficient way. Over here, underneath, in the cave. Wow, this is cool. The rock is so loose. Just looks like everything's ready to come down at any moment. We'll go under the arch of Damocles and hope that no rocks fall off as we go through. Look at this thing. So interesting. Of this interesting terrain. Caves for camping, arches in the conglomerate rock. This would be a sweet place to come and camp for the night. Good. Oh wow. This looks like maybe a cave that goes back a ways. Possibly. Maybe not. In our continued theme of Doug swimming, there he goes. Swimming over to the waterfall, figuring out how to get up to the next spot. I'm gonna rejoin Doug here around the corner. Maybe we even climb the waterfall. There he is. ourselves in the middle of a waterfall here. We climbed up. You can make it right there. It's a little tricky. Get a good handhold. Yeah, all the handholds are in the cracks. Get your knees on the rock. Good. Move your hands. Good work. If you can get your right foot, if you can get... Oh! For a quick commercial break, talking about content like this, for which I apologize, but hopefully you have some good background here. I am a content provider, have been for a long time. I do this because I love it. Some people choose to support me in various ways. The most easy way is to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. There's tons of adventure content that I post, and running and climbing and mountaineering and canyoning, that sort of thing. You can also follow my Instagram account, which is @CarrieWard in the description. Instagram is a great way to keep track of me. I share a lot of stories there, and the stories are fast and furious sometimes, just lightly edited, but a quick view at what I'm getting up to. And then if you really want to go above and beyond and you love this kind of thing and you believe in supporting the people who do it, if you would be willing to jump onto Patreon, the link is below. Patreon subscription, I call it the milk tea plan, which means that for the cost of a milk tea a month or something like that, you just donate a couple bucks. Now, I've probably got hundreds of hours of content up by this point, so I can keep you company for a while. I know some of you watch these videos while you're exercising or while you're working. If you're willing to do that, that would be awesome. No pressure. If you do, fantastic. I will be deeply grateful, and I try and connect with my Patreon subscribers and let them know, hey, if I'm ever in town, I'd like to connect. So, all right, commercial break over. For a quick commercial break, talking about content like this, for which I apologize, but hopefully you have some good background here. I am a content provider, have been for a long time. I do this because I love it. Some people choose to support me in various ways. The most easy way is to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. There's tons of adventure content that I post, and running and climbing and mountaineering and canyoning, that sort of thing. You can also follow my Instagram account, which is @CarrieWard in the description. Instagram is a great way to keep track of me. I share a lot of stories there, and the stories are fast and furious sometimes, just lightly edited, but a quick view at what I'm getting up to. And then if you really want to go above and beyond and you love this kind of thing and you believe in supporting the people who do it, if you would be willing to jump onto Patreon, the link is below. Patreon subscription, I call it the milk tea plan, which means that for the cost of a milk tea a month or something like that, you just donate a couple bucks. Now, I've probably got hundreds of hours of content up by this point, so I can keep you company for a while. I know some of you watch these videos while you're exercising or while you're working. If you're willing to do that, that would be awesome. No pressure. If you do, fantastic. I will be deeply grateful, and I try and connect with my Patreon subscribers and let them know, hey, if I'm ever in town, I'd like to connect. So, all right, commercial break over. Cool to get through, and we're just kind of working our way around, scrambling from side to side. Oh, froggy, there he goes. Oh, another one. He's like, why are you following me? Boulder and pool section. Now we're in a rocky, dry wash. Water is, you can hear it. It might be flowing out from springs beneath or going under this, just percolating through all of this like a giant filter. The size of the boulders that have come down is pretty impressive. We're a couple miles in right now. We've been going for call it hour and a half, something like that. I have on Strava, so I'll probably put a link to the Strava in the video description as well, so you can see exactly where it is, in case you want to come do this yourself. One thumb up from Doug. So we've reached a spot where this cliff hems us in on that side. This cliff hems us in on the other side. There's a little cairn there, 2 stones, so it's across here and up. We don't know how far the waterfall is, but we're going to be jumping in and finding out. Doug is trying to climb out over there. I have to see what's up in the little waterfall area. I don't know if we can find it all the way, but looking up. Maybe not all the way, but I'm gonna check. Going to scramble around, looking up at the canyon walls. Another constriction. Looking at something that may be our waterfall around the corner, but it's hard to say. We'll see. Yo! Jump attack!
You make it? Do you live?
I did. I think we have arrived at our destination. It looks like we can get up the side too if we want. We'll go check it out in the little oasis-like spot. This would be, I think this is the secret waterfall based on the photos I've seen. Woo! Dude, nice work.
Freaking awesome.
This is great. Look at that. Finally, we can have a shower after so many adventures. I'm sure there are times when there's more flow than this, but super pretty. Maybe it would be hard to get up there. This is probably end of the road for us. Not like we'll die, even though we didn't bring enough water.
The road as we know it, and I feel fine.
Time to get a little bit of a shower in. I think this high one is for me. Right here. Woo! Yeah, buddies! This is warm water flowing directly from the rock. Doug, if you're thirsty, this right here, that's coming directly from the earth. I would drink that. I know, that's why you know it's coming directly from right back in here, some sort of spring.
Oh yeah. Terry's got a drink upstream for me.
I peed in it up there. Well, there are hangers and bolts on the way up. So if you brought a harness, you can see that one's got a little string on it. I climbed about halfway up and decided it's probably prudent not to climb the rest of the way up. I know Doug wouldn't follow me anyway, so we pretty much are going to turn around and head back soon. Oh my gosh, what a great place. It'd be neat to see it, catch it earlier in the day when there was sunlight as well. But even just like this, it's fantastic. And I think I'm going to go and drink a little bit more water before we head back. From the pool of deliciousness. Interesting thing about this is this waterfall comes down into these nice pools, and then there is no flow whatsoever. It's all underground from here right now. Okay, what's the challenge?
Okay, you get 3 rocks. You need to throw it up and it has to stay at the top and not fall down.
Let's see.
All right, so I'll go first.
Done.
That's one.
You already did it.
Nah, maybe I get more. Oh, it fell. Two. Your turn. Okay, Carrie's collected his rocks. Backpack is off. He's going serious. The Canadian hucks it.
Not quite.
And it bounces down. He needs this one for sure. We got it. We got one. Now to tie it.
Nope.
Oh, and the US takes it. The US takes it.
Swimming back through the narrow section. Super deep water and clear. Oh yeah. This is cool. How you feeling? Good. Boulder's back. There's occasional cairns like this which show you the way to go. We to get out of that last pool, we sort of had to shamu it because it's so tricky and slippery. But nicely done. Next cairn. Scrambling around on the way back. Little waterfalls to jump off of and in. Quite refreshing. A little chilly in the wind, but the water's not actually cold. Unlike when you go to Zion and places like that and do canyoneering. Whew, that can be cold. Now, this is the winter. Actually, they said they have two seasons. Summer and super summer, where it hits 50 degrees centigrade, so 120 plus. And when that happens, it could be kind of interesting to do this. But right now, this is just summer, right? Summer! Because it's November. Coming up and enjoying a little bit more open space. Heading for the far end of that canyon. Doug, about to do his swan dive plunge. Nicely done. Nicely done. Hat back on. Swimming through the crystal clear water. Cool little low roof section. Like a subway miniature version. Oh yeah, reflection. I don't know if it shows that well, but whew. We are catching the last of the sun on the way out here. Wow, popping right down behind us. Back down the terraced wedding cake here. We are. Doug's exploring a cave campsite. Oh, sweet. There's one little rock. Look at that, one little tiny rock holding this up above our heads. This conglomerate rock is so interesting. It's super strong, super sturdy, but it just looks like a bunch of sand holding something together. Look at the size of this boulder. It's just being held upside down. So many interesting rock formations. Doug, making a commitment.
That's pretty shallow.
You're standing there, yeah?
That's pretty shallow.
All right, now that Doug has tested it and proven that it's deep enough to survive, I'm gonna head off too. Hat off. 3, 2. That's perfect, actually. Woo! Coming out, crossing our fingers, the Doug's backpack is still there. It is right there, thank goodness. Along the water course here, and just above on this massive canyon, and cranking along up here a little ways. We'll get on the aqueduct on the other side and take that back towards where the village is, and then cross over the car. Probably jump in the pool one more time. Wow. 100% sure which way to go around here. Maybe we can jump. Jump and swim is possible. You wanna jump and swim?
I got my back.
Oh, yeah, that's a no.
I'm gonna walk it.
So I wanted to say a word or two about Oman, because Oman is a country that I've wanted to go to, but I hadn't visited yet. I've had people, friends, who said, oh man, you would love, oh man, you would love Oman. Hey, one more bottle for the collection. Again, trying to pick up trash on the way out. They said that you would love coming to this place because of all the natural beauty, wadis, canyons, and things like that. And I am fortunate to have my buddy Doug to do this trip with, who is an experienced traveler as well. And Oman, we were saying, is some of the nicer people that we've met in various parts of the world.
The entire world.
And it's relatively inexpensive here right now. We're spending on hotels maybe an average of maybe $25 a night each. And food is also quite reasonable.
And also hard to find.
Sometimes hard to find. But yeah, come to Oman, it's great.
Okay, rolling.
Avoiding rock, hitting hole. All right, hat, where did you go?
It's behind you.
Oh, thank you. Back on the aqueduct highway. Whew. That's a problem right there. We're trucking along. It is surprisingly fast walking on these aqueducts compared to what we'd be doing down there. On the other side, you can see the one we came across before. This one has fewer death-defying obstacles or things you have to army crawl under. And it's funny, it's not wide, but I feel pretty secure, even though on occasion there's a herdy foot drop, so you don't want to come off. Yeah, they build the heck out of this thing. Oh yeah, sweet. What a footpath. Would never pass code. This trail through the aqueducts, which get plumbed every which way, and it appears we're heading back down towards the village now, but this is definite traveled trail. Yeah, I would go down. Yeah, this is it. Next to the lemon tree, maybe? Fruit trees everywhere.
Flat beach.
We are, oh yeah, there's a road right there underneath.
This used to be all lemon trees.
Habit to collect matter out of place, as they call it, Burning Man, along on the hike on the way out, draw stuff out. Set a good example certainly leave nothing behind. I don't know who leaves all the stuff there, but I gotta believe that if the guides put a little bit of effort into pulling stuff out, there wouldn't be the trash that you'd see. So compared to a canyon in Zion, where you would see zero garbage, nothing. This is, Grand Canyon, nothing. People look after those places like they're sacred.
Don't go that way.
Yeah, that's the way we went last time. It went very difficult going for a ways, and no significant payoff like the sweet waterfall we did on this one. So when you get to the parking area, or if you cross the river and come over here, yeah, our car wasn't like this. So. That's a great way to end it. You jump off this little cliff to climb up the waterfall. What a great experience. Wadi Arbeieen.